Good morning, children. Today we are going to discuss a very important section from the ninth standard, the topic called rationalization. So, before I go to the topic called rationalization, we must know the difference between what rational numbers are and irrational numbers are. Irrational. You know that a number which can be written in the form P by Q, a number which can be written in the form P by Q, where P and Q are integers, and Q not equal to 0. Q is the denominator part and Q not equal to 0 is called a rational number. A number of the form P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q not equal to 0 is called a rational number. Say for example, I write 2 by 3, it is a rational number. I write 1 by 2, it is a rational number. I write 5 by 4, it is a rational number. I write minus 6 by 7, a rational number. P and Q, the numerator and denominator both should be integers and the denominator should not be 0. What happens if the denominator becomes 0? If in a fraction, if the denominator becomes 0, then the fraction is not defined because dividing by 0 is not possible, right? So that's why we say the denominator must not be 0. So that's about a rational number. So what is an irrational number? Very simple definition, a number which is not rational. A number which is not rational is called irrational. Which is not rational is called irrational. So, what type of numbers will be irrational numbers? Say for example, root 2 is an irrational number, root 3 is an irrational number, root 5 is an irrational number, root 7 is an irrational number, and so on. Which means these numbers cannot be written in the form P by Q. Okay? So these are some points which you have already studied in 7th standard. I am just revising the 2 points once again. What exactly are you going to study in this topic? Rationalization. What is that? This is a process of making an irrational term or a number to a rational number by some operations. And that process is called rationalization. Now, to apply or to study this rationalization, there are some basic laws that you have to study. I will just tell you 2 or 3 laws which will be enough for doing all the questions. If you refer the textbook, you'll see many laws given for rationalization. You don't need to know all the laws. You just have to remember a few laws, very few laws, and if you know how to do that, then it's fine. Now, what are the basic laws that you have to know? See, I'll tell you the basic laws which you need to keep in mind. See, the first one, you must know the expansion of a plus b the whole square. This is an identity. The formula is a square plus b square plus 2ab. 1. Yes, this formula is applied for rationalization. What about a minus b the whole square? The formula will be a square plus b square minus 2ab. Then comes a very important result. This is a plus b into a minus b. A plus b into a minus b. This is a square minus b square. A square minus b square. Right. See, this formula is applied in many areas. You will apply this here also. What more you should know? See here. You must know this is a basic law in irrational terms. What is root a the whole square? Root a the whole square is nothing but root a into root a twice, which is equal to root of a square, which is equal to a. So all are the one and the same. So you can root a the whole square can be written as root a into root a. You can write it as root of a square, or it is simply you say a. So root a is an irrational term. The square of it is becoming a rational term, which is a. Clear? So this law you have to keep in mind. If you know this law and these laws, this will be enough to do any question from this. So if I ask you, suppose I give you a number, say root 2, and I'm asking you, I want to rationalize it. I want to rationalize root 2. What should be done? Very simple. You have to multiply root 2 by another root 2. Then only, see, this formula can be applied and then this becomes 2. I want to rationalize root 3. So what should be done? You multiply root 3 by root 3 and you get the answer as 3. What about root 5? If you multiply root 5 by root 5, you will get 5. Are you following what I'm saying? So these are some points which you have to just keep in mind. And now see, let us enter into some questions based on this. See this question. Rationalize the denominator. See the first question. The first question is 2 divided by root 3. So here the denominator is an irrational number. You must know that in a fraction, if the denominator is irrational, you must make it rational. So your final answer should be always in the rationalized form, the denominator. So here you see that root 3 is in the denominator. So how do you write it? See, you will write this as 2 divided by root 3, and now you have just seen that to rationalize root 3, you have to multiply by root 3. But you should know that if you make a change in the denominator, that same change should be done in the numerator also. So you write root 3 in the numerator. Root 3 by root 3 is 1, so no change. But what happens after this? This is equal to, just you have now seen, see the result. You have just seen root 3 into root 3 is 3. So what happens to this? This is root 3 into root 3, which becomes 3. The numerator becomes 2 root 3. So what is this? This is the rationalized form of 2 divided by root 3. This is how you rationalize the denominator. So when you have just single term, you multiply and divide by that same term. Suppose I give you another example. Suppose I say the number is 3 divided by root 5. You have to rationalize the denominator. There's only one term in the irrational form in the denominator. So multiply the numerator and divide by root 5. Multiply the numerator and denominator by root 5. So this is becoming 3 times root 5, because you can't multiply a rational number and irrational number. So you keep it like that, 3 root 5. What is root 5 into root 5? We just saw it can be written as 5. So that means the denominator has been rationalized. What about this one? See here. Here you see 3 plus root 2. 3 plus root 2 is an irrational number. A rational number plus an irrational number is always an irrational number. So this denominator has to be factorized. So what we are going to do is to rationalize the denominator. You multiply the numerator and denominator by 3 minus root 2. 3 minus root 2. And this 3 minus root 2 will be called as the rationalizing factor of 3 plus root 2. Will be called as the rationalizing factor of 3 plus root 2. Or reverse also, 3 plus root 2 can be called as the rationalizing factor of 3 minus root 2. Okay, now why did you write 3 minus root 2? You are now going to apply a formula which you have just seen. This is the formula that you are going to see. A plus B into A minus B is A square minus B square. See, let us apply that formula here. So this is equal to 1 into this number is that number itself. So 3 minus root 2 in the numerator. What about the denominator? Denominator is of the form A plus B, 3 plus root 2 into A minus B, 3 minus root 2. What is A plus B into A minus B? We said A square. What is A here? 3 3 square minus b is root 2 the whole square. Am I right? So now comes the answer. This is equal to 3 minus 2 root 2 divided by, sorry, 3 minus, I have just added one term and this is not there. This is 3 minus root 2 divided by, what is the denominator? 3 square is 9 minus root 2 the whole square. Now just see root 2 the whole square here. Just see root 2 the whole square. See, it is root 2 the whole square. It is root a the whole square is a. So here it becomes root 2 the whole square means it is 2. So the answer is 3 minus root 2 divided by 9 minus 2, which is 7. Hope this question is clear. See this question. See the next question. It is 5 divided by root 3 minus root 5. Denominator is an irrational term. So what need to be done? Rationalize it. How do you rationalize it? You multiply the numerator denominator by the rationalizing factor. So 5 divided by, this is root 3 minus root 5. So multiply the numerator and denominator by root 3 plus root 5. Root 3 plus root 5. So if it is a minus b, the rationalizing factor will be a plus b. If it is a plus b, the rationalizing factor will be a minus b. So whatever you are doing in the denominator, the same should be done in the numerator. So this is now equal to 5 times of, you can't multiply a rational number with an irrational. So you will just keep it like this, 5 times of root 3 plus root 5 divided by, what is this? This is a minus b into a plus b, which is a square, the first term square, minus b square, the second term square. So this is equal to 5 times of root 3 plus root 5 divided by, what is this? Root a the whole square is a. So root 3 the whole square is 3 minus root 5 the whole square is 5. So what is 3 minus 5? It is minus 2. So the answer 5 times of root 3 plus root 5 divided by minus 2. I can write that minus here. So this is your answer. You see that the denominator has been now rationalized. Hope this question is clear. See here, let us go to the next question. Rationalize 1 divided by 7 plus 3 root 2. So here the denominator is an irrational term because you see root 2 here. So I told you, if you see two terms which is an irrational number, then you have to go for the formula a square minus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b. So what you do is, here you see that it is of the form a plus b. So what you are going to do is multiply the numerator and denominator by a minus b. A minus b. Am I right? This is equal to 1 into some number is that number itself. So 7 minus 3 root 2 divided by, this is a plus b into a minus b. The formula, what is a plus b into a minus b? A square. Here a is 7, so 7 square minus b. B is 3 times root 2 the whole square. Now here, be careful when you say the answer. This is 7 minus 3 root 2 divided by, what is 7 square? Square of 7 is 49 minus, now here this number has to be squared. What is the square of 9? Sorry, what is the square of 3? It is 9. What is the square of root 2? Root 2 square is 2. So 9 and this becomes 2. 9 into 2 is 18. Hope this is clear. 3 root 2 square. You square 3, which is 9. You square root 2, which is 2. 9 into 2 is 18. So now comes the answer. 7 minus 3 root 2 divided by 49 minus 18. 9 minus 8 is 1. 4 minus 1 is 3. So the answer is this. Hope this is clear. Let us go to some more questions and just slowly raising the level of it. See the denominator, it is 5 minus root 6 in the denominator. So the irrational term is 5 minus root 6. If it is of the form a minus b, to rationalize it, you multiply the numerator and denominator by a plus b. So 5 plus root 6 divided by 5 minus root 6. Multiply the numerator and denominator by the rationalizing factor of 5 minus root 6, which is 5 plus root 6. Whatever you do in the denominator, do the same in the numerator. Got it? So this is equal to, this is a minus b into a plus b. What is a minus b into a plus b? A square minus b square. What is a here? 5. So it is 5 square minus root 6 the whole square, b square. But now you see the numerator also, 5 plus root 6 into 5 plus root 6. Multiplying the same number twice means you're taking the square of it. So it is 5 plus root 6 the whole square. Because, why did you write like this? You must know that a square is nothing but a into a. So a into a is a square. This is a into a is a square. Did you understand this? Okay, now let us simplify this. What is the denominator? A square minus b square means it is 25 minus root 6 the whole square is 6. What about the numerator? This is of the form a plus b the whole square. That comes the formula for a plus b the whole square. The identity. What's that? A square plus b square root 6 the whole square plus 2ab, that is 2 into 5 into root 6. And now you simplify this. This is equal to, what is 5 square? 25. What is root 6 the whole square? Root 6 into root 6, which is 6 plus 2 into 5. That can be multiplied 10 root 6 divided by 25 minus 6. What is 25 minus 6? Isn't it 19? So this is equal to 19 in the denominator. 25 plus 6 is 31 plus 10 root 6. The rationalized form of the question, or you have rationalized the denominator. The same is the procedure for doing this question. Just see how you do this one. If the question just I have done now, fifth question, if it is clear, the sixth question is same as the previous one. Okay, just see this question. If you can now try this question by yourself, you have understood this topic well. Let us see how to do this question. So 7 plus 3 root 5 divided by 7 minus 3 root 5. Multiply the numerator and denominator by the rationalizing factor of the denominator. What is that? The denominator, you see, it is of the form a minus b. So a plus b will be the rationalizing factor. That is 7 plus 3 root 5. 7 plus 3 root 5. So this is equal to, what about the denominator? A minus b into a plus b. What is that? A square minus b square, 3 root 5 the whole square. What about the numerator? 7 plus 3 root 5 into 7 plus 3 root 5. Multiplying the same term means taking the square of it. So 7 plus 3 root 5 the whole square. So the numerator and denominator both are now in terms of some identities. Now what is the denominator? A square minus b square. A square minus b square. Now you give the value. What is a square? 7 square is 49 minus, now see this one, 3 root 5 the whole square. The square of 3 is 9. Square of root 5 is 5. So 9 into 5 is, isn't it 45? See the numerator. This is of the form a plus b the whole square. A plus b the whole square is a square, which is 7 square, plus b square, which is 3 root 5 the whole square, plus 2ab, 2 into 7 into 3 root 5. Okay, so there comes the answer. This is equal to, see the denominator, 49 minus 45 is 4. 7 square is 49 plus 3 root 5 the whole square. We have already written that it is 45 plus 2 into 7 into 3. So 2 into 3, 6, 6 into 7 is, isn't it 42 root 5? And now you simplify and say the answer. What is 49 plus 45? Isn't it 94? Plus 42 root 5 divided by 4. So you have reached the answer. See whether you can simplify it little more. Yes, you can. How? Just see this 94 and this 42. There is a common factor which can be taken outside. What is the common factor of this? So this is equal to, you can take 2 from the two terms. Twice of 94. What is this? 94, from 94 you are taking 2 outside. Isn't it 47? From 42 you take 2 outside. Isn't it? It becomes 21. So 21 root 5 divided by 4. This 2 and 4 cancels, you get 2 as the answer. So there comes the final answer. 47 plus 21 root 5 divided by 2. Excellent question. This is a very good question. So if you have understood this question, I'll tell you, you can do all good types of questions from this particular section. I hope this is okay. Is okay. Now, I'll just give you another question. Same to this, but these are the questions which are normally asked for examination. So the questions that you have just tried are the basic questions, which you need to practice. These are some good questions which you need to practice. Once again, just see. Rationalizing the denominator. That's the main section. What do you mean by saying rationalizing the denominator? Making the denominator a rational number. Eliminating the irrational term. So if it is root 3, multiply by root 3 and divide by root 3. So use the result. Root a into root a is a. So that becomes 3. Then how do you rationalize here? How do you rationalize the denominator? You see there are 2 terms. So when it is a plus b, a minus b will be the rationalizing factor. So multiply and divide by a minus b. And then use the result of a plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square. So children, let us see some more good questions from this. This is 1 by 7 plus 3 root 2. So the denominator is an irrational term. So let us rationalize it. What is the denominator? It is of the form a plus b. So the rationalizing factor will be a minus b. Let us multiply the numerator and the denominator by so 1 divided by 7 plus 3 root 2. You multiply the numerator and denominator by 7 minus 3 root 2. 7 minus 3 root 2. The rationalizing factor of the denominator. So what is the numerator? It is 7 minus 3 root 2 divided by, this is a plus b into a minus b, which is a square. A square is the first term square, which is 7 square, minus b square, which is 3 root 2 the whole square. So this is equal to 7 minus 3 root 2 divided by, what is the square of 7? It is 49. Now how do you square this one? You square 3, which is 9. You square root 2. Root 2 square is 2. So this becomes 9 into 2, which is 18. And now the answer is 7 minus 3 root 2 divided by 9 minus 8 is 1. 4 minus 1 is 3. This is your final answer. You have rationalized the denominator. Is it okay? So now let us go to some more good questions from this section. These are some questions which can be normally asked for the examination. Let us try some questions of Those types. These are higher level questions. 5 plus root 6 by 5 minus root 6. See the denominator, it is 5 minus root 6. So multiply by the rationalizing factor of the denominator. What is the rationalizing factor? It is 5 plus root 6. So multiply by 5 plus root 6. So this is equal to, now see the numerator, this is 5 plus root 6 into 5 plus root 6. Same terms multiplied 2 times means you are taking the square of the 2. It is 5 plus root 6 the whole square. Now that's an important point. And what about the denominator? It is a minus b into a plus b. A minus b into a plus b is a square minus b square root 6 the whole square. So now you apply the formula. What is this? This is equal to, this is equal to this is equal to a plus b the whole square. A plus b the whole square is a square plus b square, which is root 6 the whole square, plus 2ab, 2 into 5 into root 6. What about the denominator? A square, 5 square, 25, minus b square, root 6 the whole square, which is 6. So this is equal to 25 plus 6 plus 10 root 6. 2 into 5, 10, 10 root 6 divided by, what is 25 minus 6? It is 19, right? So now comes the final answer. The final answer is 25 plus 6 is 31 plus 10 root 6 divided by 19. Coming to the next question. See this question. The question is 7 plus 3 root 5 by 7 minus 3 root 5. The denominator is 7 minus 3 root 5, which is an irrational term. Rationalize it. What is the rationalizing factor of 7 minus 3 root 5? It is of the form a minus b. So you multiply the numerator and denominator by a plus b. A plus b. So 7 plus 3 root 5. So this is now equal to, see the numerator, a plus b into a plus b. Same term being multiplied means you're taking the square of it. Divided by, this is a minus b into a plus b, which is a square minus b square, 3 root 5, the whole square. Simplify this, simplify this. So this is equal to, the numerator is a plus b the whole square, which is a square plus b square, which is 3 root 5 the whole square, plus 2ab, 2 into 7 into 3 root 5, the whole divided by, this is a square minus b square. 7 square is 49 minus, what about the square of 3 root 5? 3 square is 9, root 5 is 5, root 5 the whole square is 5. So 9 into 5, isn't it 45? So this is equal to 7 square 49 plus, the square we have already seen, it is 45 plus 2 into 7, 14. 14 into 3 is 42 root 5 divided by 49 minus 5 is 4. Isn't it? So this is equal to, what is 49 plus 45? It's 94 plus 42 root 5 divided by 4. But this can be simplified. You have reached the answer, but you can simplify this. You can simplify this. How? You take out the common factor from these two terms. 94 and 42 both can be divided by 2, which means 2 is a common factor. So what do you get when you take 2 out from 94? Isn't it 47, the half of 94? Plus, when you take 2 from 42, you get 21 root 5, the whole divided by 4. So 2 and 4 cancels, you get 2 times. Here comes the final answer, 47 plus 21 root 5 divided by 2. This is an excellent question. I hope this is clear. You practice these types of questions, more of these questions, you will definitely get a good command in this topic, and this will definitely help you not only in the 9th standard but also coming classes, higher classes. Now just see this question, children. This is a really good question. Can be asked for both objective as well as subjective examination. Now what is this? You need to find out the values of A and B. Procedure, simplify this. What is the method? Rationalize the denominator. So let us see how to rationalize this. See, root 3 minus 1 by root 3 plus 1. Multiply the numerator and denominator by root 3 minus 1. Root 3 minus 1. That is the rationalizing factor. It is equal to a plus b root 3. See the denominator, root 3 plus 1 into root 3 minus 1, which is a square minus b square. What about the numerator? Root 3 minus 1 into root 3 minus 1 means the square of it. So this is equal to a plus b root 3. This is now, what is root 3 the whole square? It is 3 minus 1. What about the numerator? A minus b the whole square. A minus b the whole square is a square plus b square minus 2ab, 2 into root 3, which is equal to a plus b root 3. See this, denominator is 2. What is root 3 the whole square? It is 3 plus 1 minus 2 root 3 is equal to a plus b root 3. 3 plus 1 is 4 minus 2 root 3 divided by 2 is equal to a plus b root 3. From this, see the term 4 minus 2 root 2. There is a common factor in 4 and 2, which is 2. Taken outside, you get 2 minus root 3 the whole divided by 2. 2 taken outside from the numerator. This 2 cancels, is equal to a plus b root 3. So you are getting 2 minus root 3 is equal to a plus b root 3. Now how do you equate this? See, what is the procedure? If these two are equal, their rational parts will be separately equal. So this one will be the coefficient of root 3 that you see here. So a is equal to 2, and what about b? B will be equal to the coefficient of root 3 that you see here, which is minus 1. This is your final answer. Is this question clear? So this is a very good question from this particular topic. So if this question is clear, see children, please try this question by yourself as a homework. You try this question as a homework. This is a homework for you. Okay children, thank you.